Los Angeles is known for its sunshine and stars, but it's also a city deeply intertwined with the civil rights movement. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a name that echoes through history, shared a powerful connection with the Southland. His visits here left a lasting impact not on just the city, but on the hearts of those who call it home. Dr. King's relationship with Los Angeles began in 1956 when he visited Jefferson High School in South L.A. That same year, he served as a grand marshal for a parade through the community, drawing attention to the growing civil rights movement. A year later, he stood at the pulpit of Second Baptist Church on Griffith Avenue and 24th Street, where he will become a frequent guest speaker. But his work didn't stop there. In 1960, Dr. King joined Angelenos in downtown Los Angeles to protest segregation at a Woolworth's department store, continuing his fight for justice in a city far from the Deep South. On May 26, 1963, nearly 40,000 people filled Wrigley Field for the LA Freedom Rally, where Dr. King delivered one of his most powerful speeches. Dr. King declared, "Birmingham or Los Angeles, the cry is all the same. We want to be free." His words resonate deeply, linking the struggles of the South to the challenges Black people faced in Los Angeles and beyond. The rally wasn't just symbolic. It raised funds to support the civil rights movement, aiding the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Celebrities like Paul Newman, Sammy Davis Jr., Dorothy Dandridge, and Rita Moreno also lent their star power to the cause, uniting in the fight for justice. It was more than just a rally, it was a defining moment and a vivid reminder that the civil rights movement was and always would be a national cause. From the LA Memorial Coliseum in 1964 to the Temple Israel of Hollywood and the Hollywood Palladium in 1965, Dr. King's words echoed across Los Angeles, carrying his message of equality and justice. But not everyone welcomed his presence. His visits were often shadowed by threats of violence, including a bomb scare at a speech at the USC Bovard Auditorium. Midway through addressing a crowd of over 1,800 people, the Los Angeles Fire Department received a warning of a bomb threat, forcing an evacuation. Yet, after ensuring everyone's safety, Dr. King returned to the stage to finish his speech. Refusing to let fear silence him, he continued to push for legislation to dismantle racial oppression, embodying the unwavering courage that defines his leadership. For Dr. King, the fight for freedom was worth every risk. After the Watts Riots in 1965, 6 days of unrest that resulted in destruction, loss of life, and a community left reeling, Dr. King returned to South LA to confront the deep wounds of poverty, police brutality, and systemic racism. Speaking directly to Black residents, he acknowledged their struggles while urging a path towards meaningful change. At a press conference, he reflected on the violence, stating, "I believe and have said on many occasions that violence is not the answer to social conflict, whether it is engaged by white people in Alabama or by Negroes in Los Angeles. Violence is all the more regrettable in this period in light of the tremendous nonviolent sacrifices that both Negro and white people together have endured to bring justice to all men." Dr. King's advocacy extended beyond speeches. In conversations with President Lyndon B. Johnson, he pushed for concrete action to address these urgent issues that heartbreakingly still resonate today. Growing up in South LA, I witnessed how the struggles Dr. King spoke of didn't end with his passing. In 1992, our streets erupted again after the Rodney King verdict. For 6 days, the city was engulfed in riots, looting, and violence, chaos. That, at just 5 years old, I couldn't fully understand, but I could never forget. For those of us living through it, Dr. King's words about injustice and unity seem to echo through the turmoil. The same oppression and racism he fought against still lingered in our city, a shadow that had never really lifted. The people were angry, desperate for justice, and tired of waiting. Even in those moments of pain and outrage, Dr. King's legacy reminded us of a truth that still holds today. The fight wasn't over, but neither was the hope. Dr. King's connection with Los Angeles wasn't just about speeches or rallies. It was about his ability to resonate with a city that bore the weight of the civil rights struggle. Black families migrated to the West seeking refuge from racism and discrimination, only to find those same injustices waiting here. Yet, we built lives, home, and vibrant communities, all while fighting relentlessly for the equality we deserve in a nation built by the hands of our ancestors. Dr. King's presence in LA was more than a series of historic moments. It laid the foundation of a legacy that continues to inspire. From the classrooms of Jefferson High School to the pulpits of churches in the streets of South L.A., his impact is woven into the fabric of the city. His voice and vision still echoes here, reminding us that the struggle for justice and equality is not just history, it's ongoing. This MLK Day, we remember not just the dream, but the work. We honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his profound connection to Los Angeles, a city that, just like him, has faced its trials but continues to strive for justice, unity, and hope. Let's keep his legacy alive, not just in words, but in action.